Hello there, this is Big Benedict. We're playing DMC Devil May Cry Definitive Edition on Dante Must Die difficulty with the hardcore modifier on as well as turbo mode. And we're going through the campaign without using items and without the must style modifier on. We're on mission 9 of 20, and this will be our first confrontation. Over here we've got a witch and 2 death knights here. So the things that I read in the changelog. And by the way, the next chapter will be dealing with Bob Barbas, but this is the chapter right before the boss battle. There are 3 things that I wanted to note about the positioning of the collectibles in this chapter. Firstly, what they did on this chapter is they moved the key in the first major combat room to behind the Aquila vines just after this room. Secondly, they move the Aquila vines and the platform it is on up about a meter so that it doesn't look like you can reach it without, or excuse me, let me just start this fucking sentence over again. Move the Aquila vines and the platform it is on up about a meter so that it doesn't look like you can reach it with the Angel Boost and the Osiris. And then the third one, there was a really hard to obtain key for new players, and what they did, I'll be pointing it out. Basically, they swapped out, they moved where that key was, and they put a devil trigger star. So I'll show you exactly where that one is, because I tried to collect it actually, but I have a full inventory and couldn't pick it up. So this is kind of the only annoying thing that I dealt with on this section here is that if you die over here, or you don't perform well and you just want to restart, they'll put you at the top of where you jump down from the cutscene. So it's kind of inconsiderate in that regard. But we'll just do some basic platforming over here. I will be covering Virgil's downfall, so I'll probably be doing that, unless what I might do, if anyone wants to give some input. This is where you obtain the devil trigger on a fresh campaign, by the way. So you smash this, and then you get this cutscene here. And then you'll have this tyrant throw his attack back, or excuse me, parry his projectile. And some people were wondering if I was correct about that. You lose your buff once you get your demon evade buff. If you get hit, do you lose it? I have the change log right in front of me, and all it says is, where is it? Here. It says changes to the original game, so this applies to the entire definitive edition. This is the room where there was a key on one of the upper platforms over here. So at the point where you see me, see this right here, this is one way to get up here. So I've seen another way of doing that. I watched somebody do it. You launch enemies with the devil with the devil trigger. Let's see. You launch them with the devil trigger, get them launched, and then shoot them with the shotgun, which propels them higher. Then latch onto them, and then just evade over to the platform. They have to be close enough to it though. So that was one of the things like that. I'm glad to see they're fixed up. But about the demon evade, it says demon evade was heavily exploited in the original game, so we needed to address that. But since we've added the triple angel evade, we didn't want demon evade to feel useless. We brought the damage of the demon evade down, but gave it a little speed boost. This can be stacked with turbo mode. What does it say? The writing is so faint on here. This can be stacked with turbo mode, devil trigger speed boost, and the speed boost you get at S rank and above. So the things about the demon evade. Let's see here. The demon evade gives less style and damage boost, half what it used to be. The demon evade now also gives speed boost. Demon evade window slightly reduced, and demon evade buffs are now cancelled if the player is hit. So I'm quoting verbatim from the changelog there. So if you want to, you can use your double trigger over here, but I would try to get comfortable. Sometimes what I do is just I clear up all these fucking lackeys. I use the double trigger to do so. But I will be bringing you a no damage Bob Barbas fight. I wanted to do that. It took a couple hours to get that. They changed a lot of things to Bob Barbas. Things that I read and I just say okay, because I can't even remember how it was before. It's been so long that I played this game. Like a year. You forget a lot in a year. Especially all the minute things that they're changing. But I'll have a section, you know, the platforming section that you do right before Bob Barbas. I'll address the changes. I've highlighted several that I feel are the most relevant. But indeed, if you want to see everything, just type in Devil May Cry Definitive Edition changelog, and you should get the link that'll take you to the PDF file. So we've got a Devil Trigger Dream Runner here, and some of his. I wouldn't call these lackeys. They're not lackeys. They're just other enemies fighting alongside him. So there we go. We got the last second evade, and we're gonna take that guy down and get out of this room. But yeah, that Devil Star up there, that's where a key used to be. So let's see what we have next. An interesting area. I like this part of the game. There's no trophy for killing all those spiders either. Kind of, I thought there might be, because they're kind of like in Batman. He had those Joker teeth. They kind of remind me of that. So when we come in here, yeah, this is a pretty annoying fight here. But there's no Dream Runner in here, fortunately. But let's see here. You'll probably have some Death Knights. This is a two-way fight. In all likelihood, you'll probably see a rapid edit at some point. So in a room like this, I think there's just far too many areas in this game where there's abysses and chasms, and you can just fall into them. Kind of annoying to deal with. So just beware when you're latching onto these guys. They have that anti-air technique, which is called the whirlwind. And the drive locks onto these guys pretty damn well. I'm not even using the lock on, and I'm using the charged rounds with the shotgun to try to cause them to fall. Okay, so this must be the edit right there. There probably wasn't a little transition scene, because that looked pretty smooth. Unless this is another wave. So 3 Death Knights over here. If you're having problems getting their shields gone, you can use the demon pool to wrest the shield from them, and then you can hit them, but they don't actually lose their shield. So the best thing to do is actually just crush the shield with this arbiter here. Okay, this fight here, we've got a witch and 2 of these frost knights. So yeah, before, when you originally played this game, you had to use the angel arms on these like these enemies here. I think you would have to use the angel arms on all of them, and a lot of people express frustration about that. I guess a lot of people, according to the changelog, they didn't know how to. That's kind of, I don't really believe that the players didn't know what to do. It seems to undermine the player quite a bit, but so it looks like we got another last second evade. We fell to our death. And let's see here. So ideally you want to kill these enemies as quickly as possible before they double trigger, because they're always on a timer. So we're going to bypass the door, do some more platforming, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.